So I forgot to tell you guys about this bracket, but it's basically ties into those 4 bolts on the bumper to kind of give the tire carrier a little bit more stability. So I've been wire wheeling this front bumper because basically the 2-hour paint job that I put on it a year ago is basically crap. I got a bunch of stuff like this on it, which that's about a year's worth of driving this Jeep in the Midwest. I didn't have much hopes for this paint, but I thought it might hold up better than that. But you can see kind of what I'm doing here. You know, this is the half that I haven't cleaned yet. That's what it looks like. And this is the half that I've cleaned pretty much all the paint off of. Now I just got to make this side look like this side. Well, I think this one's ready for paint. So we're probably going to put some primer on it first. I'm going to be using this stuff, Universal Bonding Primer. Basically, it says it'll stick to anything. It should stick to this. What I'm guessing is this is some kind of epoxy primer. So it's made to kind of seal the entire surface in. Whatever's on this surface, it'll just kind of cover it up, and it'll make it so the paint can actually stick to it this time. All right, that's one bumper down. Now I just got to do that same thing to the other one. I got everything prepped for paint. Everything's been degreased, everything's been wire wheeled. We are ready to spray primer. But there's one more thing I gotta do. Are you ready for this? Whoops. You might be thinking to yourself, God, why'd that guy shave his beard off? Just to put on a respirator. Might seem crazy to some of you. Well, in most cases, it'd be crazy for even me. But the gist of it is, the beard had to go no matter what. And this is just an opportunity to get rid of it. So why fight with it with a respirator when I'm gonna end up getting rid of it anyways? Well, hey there, it's Future Drill. I was editing this video and I got to this section and it didn't make any sense. I don't know if it was because I just cut off my beard or it's midnight and I'm trying to paint this bumper so I can put it back on the Jeep tomorrow or what, but this segment right here just didn't make any sense. So basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is that I'm going to have to move to Wyoming for a little bit. Because 15 years ago I was studying to be a mechanic and I never finished my degree when I was there. So I have to go back for 3 months to get my degree so I can move a little bit higher at my current job. So I'm going to be spending some time in Wyoming. So enough jacking around, let's get to painting. I think I'm going to start with the front bumper and put this on it. You know, remember the the universal bonding primer. We're gonna put that on the front bumper because it's got a bunch of crazy shit on it. So we're gonna put this on the front bumper, and then also this little bracket back here for the filler neck. I'm gonna put this on it too. All the rear bumper stuff is gonna get this clean metal primer from Rust-Oleum. This should be what I put on the bumper and the tire carrier and everything else. So let's get to painting. Alright, that's one coat of primer on everything. I will wait 30 minutes and put another coat. Alright, that's 2 coats of primer on everything. Now we're ready for our top coat. Now that our primer is drying, it's time to mix up our color. I'm not going to go with the traditional black that everybody seems to paint their bumpers. Not that there's anything wrong with it. So I'm going to use this smoke gray from Rust-Oleum. This is their professional series. I don't know what that means, but oil-based, high-performance protective enamel. Enamels, I guess, are pretty strong, so this should withstand rubbing on trees and stuff better than just regular paint. But I'm going with this color for one reason, because eventually I plan on repainting my Jeep, and I think that I'm going to end up repainting it this color I'm about to mix up. Hopefully that holds up. So I don't like how light that color is. So we're going to add a little bit of their gloss black in the same paint. This is a 1/2 pint. So we'll see how dark this makes this. Give her the old mix. Still pretty gray. Let's add some more. This is the same stuff, just bigger can. So I'm using the smaller can to measure how much I'm actually putting in here. So this is going to be 1 full pint. That's looking a lot better. Just a little bit darker. 8 more ounces. See what we get. Hey, that looks pretty good. Let's spray it. We got our paint mixed up. There was one step that I forgot to do that I want to do this time. I've never done this on a bumper or really done this period on anything that I've painted. But I'm going to use some seam sealer. This is Ultra Flex seam sealer plus adhesive, beige. I want to seam seal the backside of both the bumpers. So we'll get that. It says you can paint this stuff like immediately, but I think I'll wait, 20 or 30 minutes before I start spraying the color. Okay, Got the paint all mixed up, ready to spray. I didn't really go over this, but after mixing the paint together, I ended up diluting it 25% to be able to spray it out this HVLP gun. If you guys are curious on what I'm using, I'll leave a link to everything that I'm using in this video below. Let's get some color on this. Oh no, I can't see. Okay, power went out because I'm running a heater and my air compressor at once, and my garage isn't really suited for something like that. But we got everything painted. It's kind of how the color looks. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks pretty good to me. We'll see what it looks like when it's dry tomorrow. Alright guys, there's the bumpers all painted and put back on the Jeep. I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. The color is a little bit lighter than I thought it was going to be, but that's alright. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.